In this video, I have something really interesting, which is how to create a ChatGPT bot for Slack. So here our objective is that every time a message is received on Slack group, let's say it's a question, then with the help of ChatGPT, automatically the content would be generated and then the same content would be sent as a message on the same Slack group. How can that be done? For this, you will have to integrate these two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here your trigger application will be Slack, then your first action application will be ChatGPT, and then your Slack would be the next action application. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page. I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user. If you are a new user, please sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Now here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, we have a blue tab, create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective? I want to create a Slack chatbot so that every time there's a prompt given there, then automatically with the help of ChatGPT, the content should be generated and it can get posted in the same Slack channels. So I'm going to name it as create a ChatGPT bot for Slack. Let's click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Slack. Let's click on this and the trigger event here would be new message. Now on the right hand side, you can see there is a message. This trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So this basically means that this trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect. And as I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Slack account. So I'm going to select add new connection and then connect with Slack. So here we have to enter the token type. Now whenever I'm sending a message, it may or may not contain videos, URLs or some documents. So it is better to choose user as your token type. I'm going to click on save. And here Pabbly Connect is requesting permission to access the Pabbly Slack workspace. So I'm going to click on allow. I have already logged into my Slack account. So you can see that the authorization has been successful, which basically means that Slack and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now we have to select the channel. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to my Slack account. So this is my Pabbly workspace. I have got different workspaces, so I can always switch to different workspaces. Now within each workspace, we have got various channels and you can create your own channel by clicking on this add channel tab. I already have created a channel. The name is Slack Chatbot and I have added a few members over here. So here I'm going to select the same. So I'm going to look for Slack Chatbot. Here it is. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So as I do that, here you can see that I do not have any message here. Why? Because this chatbot is right now absolutely empty. Now I'm going to give a prompt here. So here I have given an instruction, write an article on energy conservation in 100 words. As soon as I click on enter, now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and click on save and send test request once again. You can see that I have received the response. So what is the text? Write an article on energy conservation in 100 words. Now once I have received this, what am I going to do? I'm going to choose my action application as ChatGPT. Here it is. Now ChatGPT is the chatbot of OpenAI that helps you in generating human-like content. Now the action event here would be to ask ChatGPT. Let's click on connect. As I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a ChatGPT account. I already have logged into my ChatGPT account, so I'm going to select add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need a token. So once you have logged in, click on this hyperlink here. And here we have reached API keys page. Let's click on create new secret key. Now here I'm going to give it a random name. Let's click on create secret key and our API key has been generated. Let's copy the same, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here to set up the connection. Let's click on save. And here ChatGPT is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the AI model. So we have got two options. I'm going to go ahead with GPT 3.5 Turbo 0301 as this is the latest model. Now comes the prompt. Now to fill in this information, I'm going to map the information. How? As I click on this, you can see the previous step and this here is the text. Now the method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and it is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written this prompt manually, so even when my workflow was running for the nth time, it would have taken the same prompt and not any new prompt. That's why mapping is important. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response. So this here is your message content. Can you see? This is the article that has been generated with the help of chatbot. Now what is my next objective? Here I want to share this content on my Slack channel. So I'm going to add another action step. And this time again, my application will be Slack. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to send channel message. Let's click on connect. I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection here. Let's select the channel. So this is Slack chatbot. Now what is the message? So I'm going to go to step 2 and there is the message content. Now here it is asking me for the image URL, all text, bot name, bot icon, etc. So I'm just going to leave this blank and click on save and send test request. And here we have received the response. So now to check if our message has been shared on the bot, let's go back to Slack. And yes, here you can see that this has become a part of our Slack channel. So this means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So here I'm going to give another prompt. Write a letter to the editor of Times of India regarding environment conservation. Okay. So now I have given the prompt. What should happen? Automatically, this should be generated. The content should be generated with the help of ChatGPT and it should be received on the same Slack channel. But since the application has got a polling time of 10 minutes, we are supposed to wait for 10 minutes so that we can check if the integration is a success in real time as well. So it's been 10 minutes and here you can see that we have received the letter. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Slack where the event is new message. Then our action application was initially ChatGPT where we had asked to generate content. And then our final action application is Slack where we had to send channel message, and that is it. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.